Please welcome AFDP Global founder and inspiration, His Royal Highness Prince Ali bin Al Hussein of Jordan.
Dear colleagues and friends, it's a great pleasure to welcome all of you today, especially at the Emirates, as many of you know it's a place quite close to my heart, to join with me and my colleagues for the launch of AFDP Global. This day has been years in the making. In 2012, after having been elected to the FIFA Executive Committee as Vice President representing Asia, I started the Asian Football Development Project, AFDP, with the idea of giving back to the continent in the form of real social responsibility through actions on the ground rather than slogans to help the communities we serve. We started small, using the salary and expenses that came with my position at FIFA's Executive Committee to kick off the project. One of the first projects happened to be in my home country. Though we are no strangers in Jordan to refugee crises, our latest challenge was to host over 1 million Syrians fleeing the conflict in their homeland. Initially, working with an NGO, we began by using football on an empty dirt space, bringing in traumatized children to not only give them a sense of belonging, but also to educate them on landmine and risk education at the Zaatari refugee camp, just a few kilometers from the border. That has transformed itself today into not only working with international organizations on the ground, but most importantly, also working in partnership with a number of you who are here today, to build pitches and programs that serve thousands of boys and girls in the refugee camps in Jordan. Karine, who came from UEFA, is here today, and she spent 5 years with us, and I've been asked to pass on a big hug from the boys and girls at Zaatari. But our projects also ranged across Asia, from Australia to India to Bhutan, the Philippines, Vietnam, and have impacted up to 30 countries in the continent on a case-by-case basis. To give an example, in Cambodia, where many young people rarely complete their education, but instead are forced to earn a living or marry early, girls are particularly at risk of human trafficking and domestic abuse. In 2013, AFDP teamed up with an NGO called the Sports and Leadership Training SALT Academy to provide training, housing, and educational opportunities for Cambodian girls who are victims of trafficking. The project, called the Mighty Girls, has been a huge success. Many girls went on to become core members of the Cambodian women's national team. And to this day, the Mighty Girls continue to excel in football competitions and have won the first ever women's league in Cambodia. I said it when we started the program, and I say it again. Every day after a game of football, a girl walks off the pitch stronger, healthier, and more empowered. As we grew our work across Asia, we had to learn, and learn fast. We devoted ourselves completely. When times were tough, for example, we learned how to maximize our potential to do a lot with a little. And we were always open to finding new partners to work with to deliver new projects. I would like to acknowledge the role Street Football World has played in sharing its extensive network with us. We made partners and received support, for example, from PepsiCo and UEFA, La Liga, and many others who have all played a major role in driving our growth. Football is much more than a game. It is also the common language of the world and is a tremendous catalyst for change. Football not only shapes characters, teaches children about the values of teamwork and the importance of taking on responsibility, but also acts as a buffer to protect vulnerable children from the vices in the environments around the world. Given the immense power of football, the challenge we face is making sure that the game is accessible to all, no matter their race, religion, disability, social background, or orientation. That's the reason for example, why through an AFDP roundtable of experts, we spearheaded a successful campaign to reverse an IFAB decision banning both women who choose to wear a headscarf, as well as Sikh men and other communities as well, from playing the sport they love at the elite level, as well as including the right to play without any imposition from a host nation. Indeed, following the decision, Jordanian women's national team players were the first to play in Iran without having to cover their heads. All of this experience underpins my decision to relaunch as AFDP Global, an international social enterprise. We have morphed from the Asian Football Development Project to the Association Football Development Program Global. We will continue to work with our network of partners and supporters from around the world, and we will need to grow that network. I'm delighted that Rita and our friends from SoccerX are here with us today, and I'm proud that we will be in Miami next month as partners. We have much to do, and our guarantee to our supporters is simply this: we will do everything within our power to deliver social results that we can all be proud of. If football has the power to unite the community in Zaatari refugee camp and give girls in Cambodia the chance to become football stars, then I believe it can be a force for unity in every country and every continent. We want to share with partners, we want to work with partners that share our vision and believe in a game for everyone, benefiting communities in need and strengthening relations in our common global world. There are no limits to where we will work. Football is not just about the elites, but should serve the underserved. And we are committed to working in any place where there is need. It gives me a special pleasure to announce the appointment of a new CEO for AFDP Global. JF Cecilion shares our belief in the power of football. I know JF will lead this venture into the next phase and fulfill our ambitions to go global. My sincere hope is that many of you in this room will partner with us through the game that we love to unite communities around the world. Finally, I want to quote the late President Nelson Mandela. Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. It speaks to youth in a language they understand. Sport can create hope where once there was only despair. It is more powerful than government in breaking down racial barriers. Dear friends, let's work together in this spirit to utilize football, the greatest sport in the world, for the benefit of our youth, our society, and especially those who need it the most. Thank you.